Being a very sensitive person can be tough. I'm a highly sensitive person, and I know that you're sick of it because I am too sometimes. You know, this is kind of an intervention because seriously, I want to know, why is it such a bad thing? Why is it such a bad thing? Is it because of the pain? Because everything is more intense? You do realize that with being sensitive, it means that everything is more intense, not just the negative parts, right? And believe me, I'm sick of it too. But I'm at a point where I'm struggling kind of to, part of my self-healing journey has been really loving myself. It could really benefit you as well if you just write down a little list of what sensitivity does for you, how it can help you, how it can prevent you to going into dangerous situations, all of these things. Have a think about it. But when you start loving yourself, you're gonna realize that maybe I am not the biggest issue here all the time. Maybe I'm being hard on myself. And you're gonna start questioning why other people are so insensitive. And believe me, it's gonna bother you. So I'm not saying this is the best solution to just flip the tables and say, well, I'm not the problem, other people are the problem. But I think if you're a sensitive person like me, you probably take too much responsibility. You want to be, you are more agreeable than most people, most likely. And I would argue that our issue is more the fact that we don't have boundaries. Yeah. And that we accept other people putting us down by saying we're too sensitive. I would argue that we should stop accepting that behavior because it's at the least it's not kind and lazy from the other part. Because if you try to understand other people, they should do the same for you. Because all of us deserve this, and this makes us social. And when we become antisocial, society is gonna be even more shitty. Like, who needs that, really? So how to stop being so sensitive? Well, don't. Yes, don't. Why? The most dangerous thing is to change yourself because somebody has a problem with you. Because what happens most of the time is that manipulative and toxic people use our sensitivity against us. And they will say, oh, well, I did that because you are gonna flip out or cry or whatever, and I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, even though you feel that way. That's gaslighting, my love. And you don't need to change yourself for such people. I would love for you to find others like me who understand you and who accept you and who value you. Because you know what else we have because of our sensitivity? More awareness. More awareness. And that's crucial in this world nowadays. See, I really believe that we are at a stage in society where things are gonna crumble. And we have to think about new ways how to be, how to live with each other. Because what's happening now is that everybody is being a hermit, or at the other extreme, completely dependent and enmeshed with other people. Like, oh, I need to be like them. Why do you want to be like them? Because most people, I'm so sorry, I'm not a female Jesus, okay? I'm not. So many people have no empathy. They're like, it's beyond ignorance sometimes to me. So I am all for radical self-love. Yes, radical self-love. Because it's quite radical. And not everybody's gonna understand you, and we just have to accept that fact. We just have to accept it. You can't force people to understand, and you can't force people to like you, especially if you remind them of stuff that they're suppressing. So even if you're not sensitive and you're just like everybody else, it's still a lonely world, right? And maybe we want to increase our chances of friendship, of love, and other relationships. But in reality, when we're not ourselves, we just strip parts of our personality, and there's never enough energy to replicate another personality. It's never enough. Maybe it's enough for like a dumb YouTube video where you're like acting a certain way and entertaining other people. Yeah, sure. But that's limited, right? In our daily lives, the path of least resistance is to be authentic. And that can push people away, but that can also attract people who actually love us for the way we are. And if we don't have that yet, that's your solution here. If you don't have that yet, you have to give that to yourself. You have to. You have to. Because that's when healing starts. And when healing starts, you're on a whole new path that opens a whole new world. And that's what I'm all about. There's so much power in this, so much beauty. So don't throw it away.